Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Billie Piper is an English actress and former pop singer who rose to fame as a teenager in the late 1990s before transitioning into a highly respected acting career. Born Leian Paul Piper on September 22, 1982, in Swindon, Wiltshire, England, she displayed a natural flair for performance from a young age, taking dance lessons and securing small roles in television advertisements before her teenage years. Music career at just 15. Piper became the youngest artist ever to debut at number 1 on the UK singles chart with her 1998 hit, Because We Want To. Marketed as a fresh-faced teen pop star, she quickly gained popularity among young audiences. Her debut album, Honey to the Bee, 1998, produced several hits, and her follow-up record Walk of Life, 2000, cemented her as a fixture in the late 90s UK pop scene. By the early 2000s, however, Piper grew disillusioned with the music industry and decided to step away, leaving behind a successful chart-topping career. Transition to acting. Piper reinvented herself in the mid-2000s as an actress, an unusual move at the time given her strong association with teen pop stardom. Her boldest breakthrough came with the revival of the iconic British sci-fi series Doctor Who in 2005, where she starred as Rose Tyler, companion to Christopher Eccleston's Ninth Doctor and later David Tennant's 10th Doctor. Her performance brought warmth, humor, and emotional depth, and she became a fan favorite. Her role was central to the success of the show's relaunch, and she remains one of its most beloved companions. Beyond Doctor Who, Piper built a diverse acting portfolio. She starred in the controversial and critically praised adaptation of Belle de Jour's memoirs, Secret Diary of a Call Girl, 2007 to 2011. Where she portrayed a high-end London escort. This role established her as a fearless performer willing to challenge audience expectations. She also appeared in films such as Things to Do Before You're 30, 2004, and City of Tiny Lights, 2016. Theater and acclaim. Piper has also earned acclaim on stage. Her performance in Yerma at the Young Vic Theatre, 2016, received widespread critical praise, and she won an Olivier Award for Best Actress in 2017. Her raw and intense portrayal of a woman driven to despair by infertility was hailed as one of the defining theatrical performances of her generation. Later work and legacy. In recent years, Piper has continued to explore complex and challenging roles. She co-created and starred in the TV series One Hates Susie, 2020, a darkly comedic exploration of fame, identity, and personal crisis. The series was praised for its sharp writing and Piper's unflinching performance. Personal life. Piper's personal life has often been in the public eye. She married broadcaster and DJ Chris Evans in 2001 when she was just 18, a relationship that drew intense tabloid attention. They divorced amicably in 2007. She later married actor Lawrence Fox, with whom she has 2 children, before their separation in 2016. Piper has since been in a relationship with musician Johnny Lloyd, with whom she shares another child. Cultural impact. Billie Piper's career stands as a rare example of reinvention in the entertainment industry. From teen pop idol to serious actress and award-winning stage performer, she has repeatedly defied expectations. Her ability to grow beyond the pop princess image and establish herself as a daring, credible actress has earned her lasting respect in British culture. Early life and rise to fame. Billie Piper grew up in Swindon, the eldest of 4 siblings. From a young age, she had ambitions to perform, which led her parents to enroll her in the Sylvia Young Theatre School in London. This training ground for young entertainers helped her land early television appearances and eventually a music contract. Her transformation from small-town girl to chart-topping pop star happened rapidly, making her one of the youngest and most recognizable figures in late 1990s British pop culture. Music career in depth. 1998, Honey to the Bee, Piper's debut album, produced multiple hits including Because We Want To and Girlfriend. These songs were upbeat, rebellious anthems that resonated with teenagers, particularly young girls. 2000, Walk of Life, her second album, took on a slightly more mature sound. With tracks like Day and Night. Despite moderate success, Piper was weary of the industry, feeling overexposed and creatively constrained. By 2003, she officially left her pop career behind, later admitting she struggled with the pressure of fame and the commercial machinery behind her image. Although her music career was relatively short, she left a mark as one of the few British teen idols who managed to reinvent herself successfully. Acting career highlights Doctor Who, 2005-2006. Later appearances. Piper's casting as Rose Tyler in the BBC's Doctor Who revival surprised many, but it proved transformative. Her portrayal brought a grounded emotional core to the series. Rose wasn't just a sidekick, she was a fully realized character who grew in strength and complexity. Her chemistry with David Tennant's Doctor, in particular, became iconic. She reprised the role in several episodes, even after leaving as a series regular, and her legacy within the franchise endures. Secret Diary of a Call Girl, 2007-2011. Piper's role as Belle Hannah was daring and complex, balancing humor, vulnerability, and sexuality. The show broke taboos on British television and showcased Piper's ability to carry a series as a leading actress. While controversial, it solidified her post-Doctor Who reputation as an actress willing to take risks. Penny Dreadful, 2014-2016. In the Gothic horror series, Piper played Brona Croft, and later Lily Frankenstein. She delivered a haunting performance that was both tragic and fierce, further demonstrating her range. The role placed her in a high-profile international production and drew new fans. Stage career. Yerma and Beyond. Perhaps Piper's greatest critical triumph came on stage. In Simon Stone's reimagining of Federico Garcia Lorca's Yerma, she gave a performance that critics described as earth-shattering. The play was an exploration of maternal desire and despair, and Piper's raw, visceral portrayal won her the Olivier Award, the Evening Standard Theatre Award, and the Critics' Circle Award for Best Actress. Many consider this performance a career-defining moment that established her as one of Britain's most powerful contemporary actresses. I Hate Susie, 2020-2022, co-created with writer Lucy Prebble. This semi-autobiographical dramedy follows Susie Pickles, a former teen star whose life unravels after a phone hack scandal. The series was praised for its unflinching honesty about fame, shame, and female identity. Piper's performance earned her BAFTA nominations and widespread acclaim for its authenticity and dark humor. Personal life and public image. Billie Piper has lived much of her adult life in the spotlight. Her whirlwind marriage to Chris Evans was tabloid fodder for years, but both have described it as fun, supportive, and formative despite ending in divorce. Her later marriage to Lawrence Fox was more turbulent, especially in the aftermath of their separation, which involved a very public custody battle. In recent years, she has been more protective of her private life, focusing on raising her 3 children and maintaining a careful balance between work and family. Legacy and influence. Pop to prestige. Piper is one of the few entertainers who has successfully transitioned from pop stardom to respected dramatic actress, avoiding the pitfalls of being typecast or dismissed as a former pop star. championing female voices. Through projects like I Hate Susie, she has contributed to nuanced portrayals of women in media, exploring themes of vulnerability, fame, and self-destruction. Cultural icon. For many, Piper is remembered as the face of the Doctor Who revival. For others, she's a bold actress who has defined modern British theatre and television. Billie Piper. In-depth early aspirations and breakthrough. Billie Piper's journey began with dance and theatre training, but her early entrance into the pop world made her a household name almost overnight. Her youth made her appealing to a teenage audience, but it also created challenges. She was thrust into fame at an age when most people are still finding themselves. This early fame, while exciting, laid the foundation for her later disillusionment with the pop industry and her decision to reinvent herself as an actress. Music career. Cultural snapshot. Debut. Impact, 1998. With Because We Want To, Piper became the youngest female artist to debut at #1 on the UK charts. The track, with its defiant tone, was seen as a teen anthem of independence. Public persona. She was often compared to other late 90s pop acts like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, though she retained a distinctly British image. End of pop career. By 2001, Piper stepped back from music, citing burnout. She later reflected that the industry was exploitative, and she lacked control over her artistry. This decision, rather than harming her, allowed her to start over on her own terms. Her music, while sometimes dismissed critically, remains a nostalgic touchstone for fans of late 90s pop. Acting career. Detailed highlights. Doctor Who, 2005-2006, 2008, 2013. Rose Tyler's impact. Rose was written as the audience's entry point into the world of the Doctor. Piper brought relatability and warmth, making Rose more than just a sidekick. She was a heroine in her own right. Critical reception. Critics praised her naturalism and emotional intensity. For many fans, Piper helped anchor Doctor Who's revival in realism, making the fantastical stories more accessible. Legacy. She returned in The Day of the Doctor, 2013, the 50th anniversary special, underscoring her lasting significance in the franchise. Secret Diary of a Call Girl, 2007-2011. Bold choice. Taking on the role of Belle marked Piper's departure from family-friendly acting. The series was provocative, blending wit and intimacy with explorations of identity. Reception. While controversial, Piper's performance was commended for its charisma and refusal to shy away from challenging material. Penny Dreadful, 2014-2016, dual roles. Piper began as Brona Croft, a consumptive prostitute, and later returned as Lily, the reanimated bride of Frankenstein. This gave her the chance to portray both vulnerability and menace. Critical note. Her performance as Lily, a feminist revolutionary figure, resonated strongly with viewers and critics alike. Yerma, 2016-2018, transformational stage role, directed by Simon Stone. This modern retelling of Lorca's tragedy was a turning point in her career. Piper's portrayal of a woman consumed by her desperation for motherhood was lauded as raw and fearless. Critical acclaim. Reviewers called her performance shattering, career-defining, and one of the greatest of the decade. Awards. She won the Olivier Award, Evening Standard Award, and Critics' Circle Award for Best Actress. I Hate Susie, 2020-2022, Autobiographical Edge. Co-created with Lucy Preble, the series followed a former pop star dealing with a scandal, motherhood, and identity crises. Critical response. Praised for honesty and risk-taking, Piper's performance was described as unflinching and one of the bravest on British TV. Awards. The show earned BAFTA nominations and was considered a breakthrough in British dramedy. Awards and recognition: Olivier Award for Best Actress, 2017, Yerma Evening Standard Theatre Award, 2016, Best Actress for Yerma Critics Circle Theatre Award, 2016, Best Actress for Yerma. Multiple BAFTA nominations for I Hate Susie NME Award, 2006, Best Actress for Dr. Who. Her awards reflect a dramatic shift from pop star to one of the most decorated stage actresses of her generation. Personal evolution and public image: Billie Piper has grown up in the public eye, but unlike many former teen idols, she has successfully taken control of her narrative. Marriage to Chris Evans, 2001 to 2007, often mocked by tabloids for their 16-year age difference. Their marriage has since been described by both as supportive and joyful, despite its unconventional nature. Marriage to Lawrence Fox, 2007 to 2016. A more turbulent relationship that ended in a very public divorce and custody dispute. Motherhood. Piper is a devoted mother of 3 children and often cites her family as grounding her through the chaos of fame. She has been candid about her struggles with fame, mental health, and personal reinvention, which has only deepened her public respect. Legacy and cultural impact: redefinition of celebrity.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.